Hi, Eric Gibaud, Gibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you this. This is a Cobra flash, brown head by Westcott, the FJ80. This is multi-brand, so I'm going to speak about it, tell you more about this fantastic flash. Okay, so let's start. So already presented products by Westcott, the FJ400 flash. I'll leave you the link here, and also the Rapid Box, the largest one. I'll leave you the link here. And one thing I really love about Westcott philosophy is that it's different from other brands. Normally, if you want to get a Cobra flash, unless you want to use it only in manual, but if you want to use it in TTL or high sync, you will have to pick the same brand as your camera, well, the model that corresponds to the brand of your camera. Not with Westcott. You can actually pick in the menu the camera you're using, the brand you're using, and it will allow you to use it. So it means if you have two cameras with different brand, you don't need to get two flashes. You can just indicate in the menu which one you're using, and that's it. So we're going to speak a lot more about this. So here I am in France, in my parents' house. You see this vintage look here. You have the wallpaper like this. Here you have this classical light. It's about 50 years old or more. So not many YouTubers have this backlight like this. You know, it's fantastic. So probably you're thinking, what are the brand I can actually use with this flash? Okay, well, you have Canon, two kind of Canon flashes. You have the Canon Classic, I would say, and the Canon RT. Then Nikon, Fujifilm, Panasonic Lumix, Olympus, and Sony with an adapter. Actually, I showed it when I reviewed the FJ400. You have a small adapter that you can get optionally, and because the hot shoe of Sony cameras is a bit different, so the contacts are different. But placing this small adapter, that works perfectly. Okay. Regarding Canon RT, well, it's just more than the system. It means when you're actually using the remote trigger by Westcott or this flash, if you use it as a master, you can actually trigger Canon RT flashes, okay? So for people who use Canon, this is a really important point too, okay? So what's in the box? Honestly, I just love this blue and white with black background Westcott product have. I think it's so classy, I just love it. Okay, so let's open the box, okay? What do I get in there? First, a small instruction manual, okay? It is really limited, but that's fine enough because it's so intuitive, no problem, okay? Then you have, obviously, guess what? A flash here, okay? Then you get a charger, okay, with its cable, okay, to charge a battery. Then you have a small stand. You can actually place it on a tripod if you want, but a small stand if you want to put this on the table or whatever. And a USB-C cable. This is for updating the firmware. So really important. Although this is a standard USB-C cable, same as most brands nowadays, they tell, yes, but use my cable, okay, to make sure everything is fine. So don't lose it, because to upgrade firmware, use the cable, okay? So now let's speak about the flash and what's in there. So it comes with a pouch to keep it. Obviously here, the small pocket just here in the back. This is where the small stand would go, okay? I did it out so I could show you, but you would place it there in the back, okay? Here's the flash, as you can see. Here I'll remove the battery. Here's the battery, okay, space for battery, okay. Round head and completely touchable screen. This is what we're going to speak about, how you configure it and how it works, okay. But as you can see, this is the aspect of the flash. I think it's brilliant, okay. First thing to do is to check that you have the latest firmware. So it's very simple. You switch on the flash, okay, and you tap here, and here at the bottom right you have the firmware version, okay. Now it started, so it disappears, okay, but during a few seconds you can read the firmware version. So you go to a Westcott website, to firmware part, and you download the latest firmware if you don't have it, okay. So when you unzip it on your hard drive, you will be able to update this. So it's really important. The first thing you need to do is remove the battery. You should not update your flash with the battery on, okay. Then here, you're going to connect your USB cable on this side, okay? And then on the other side on your computer. It will appear as a hard drive. It's a no-name hard drive, okay? Then you get the bin file and the file with the bin extension, BIN, okay? And then you just drop it on your flash that looks like a hard drive, okay? And then you wait that it's completely transferred, okay? Once it's transferred, really, really important, do not unplug the cable, okay? You must eject the hard drive. Although you know it's your flash, but it appears as a hard drive, you must eject it properly. And then when that's done, you put your battery again, you take out the cable or this, and then now you can place the battery again, and you switch on, okay, and then you will see at the bottom right that you have the latest firmware. That's it, but start with that, okay? So some technical details before I get into the menu to show you more, but just a few things like the power is 80 watts seconds, okay? And on a full charge, full battery charge, you get 400 shots, okay? Which is a lot, because actually not everyone is using full power. So if you half power, quarter power, you can imagine that you will be well over 1000 shots on one battery charge, okay? And what's really important is the color temperature is 5500 Kelvin, but it's really stable, plus minus 150 Kelvin. But it's stable in the way that many flashes, when you actually drop power or go to full power, the color temperature is changing. This one, no, it's really stable. So this is really, really important. So now I'll show you some physical aspect and give you some more details while we navigate the menus, okay? So let's have a look at the physical part of the flash, okay? Well, I forgot to mention that you can do 20 20 flashes per second. Obviously not at the maximum power, but you can still do it, depends what you're doing, you can actually do this. And the recycle time is really fast, 0.05 second at minimum power and 1.2 second at maximum power, which is really fantastic. This is really, really fast, okay? So let's look at the flash. As I said before, here you have two buttons to get the battery out. Here you have the autofocus assist lamp, okay? And here on the side you have something that is great. If you want to use your flash off camera, not on the camera, you can actually screw a light stand here like this, okay? This is perfect. If you look on the other side here, you have the USB connector I showed before. Here you have what goes to the hot shoe, sorry, and here you actually have a lock, okay, to lock it. You have all the connectors you can imagine, so it works perfectly, except with Sony you actually need an adapter, but the adapter is optional. They sell it to you, you don't have to look for it anywhere in the world, okay? It's easy, it's a standard adapter anyway, okay? And then if you look at the head, you can actually turn 360 degrees like this, okay? Don't turn it fully, okay? You just go one way or the other to make sure everything is fine, okay? And then you can tilt it this way up to here. Really important, this head is magnetic, okay? It means they have accessories. They didn't send them to me. I hope they will send them to me in the future so I can review them. You can actually place gel, you have some modifiers and many things, snoot and things like this. So this is fantastic. Just you magnetically place it. It's really, really fast, okay? When we go to the back, here you have just 3 buttons and 1 screen. You have 1 button to switch on, 1 for home to go back to the start of menus, 1 to check flash is working, and everything you're going to navigate through the menu, you will use it as a touch screen. Really fast and easy. Okay, so let's switch it on and have a look. To switch on the flash, really easy. You just press the power button here. It says to tap the screen, you tap it. Okay, well, I didn't tap, okay. And here you have the firmware, and you hear the sound of the zoom that is going to move, okay. Not right now because I get to the main menu right now, but you can go straight into the what you have selected before, okay? But right now I configure to have this. So you have 4 options here. You have host, which is like using the flash as a master. It can actually control other flashes. Clients, it means you actually use the flash off camera, but it's controlled by a trigger or by another flash like this. Then you have speed light, which is what I'm going to show you first. Is you use it as a standard flash put on your camera, and then you have some more settings. So let's get into speed light right now here. Okay, that's it. And you have several manual TTL mode or this, but the first thing you need to do is to click here where is the brand Olympus, it says, because I use Olympus, and then you actually change the arrow, and you can see the brands are different: Sony, Nikon, Canon, Lumix, Olympus, okay, Fujifilm, okay, perfect, okay. So I'll go back to my Olympus. Well, it doesn't matter for the demo that I use Olympus or anything, okay. And here everything is just touchable, it's really easy. So as you can see here, you have mode, so I can be on TTL mode or on manual mode. If I use TTL mode, here I've got figures and they are compensation. So if I want to change a full compensation, +3, -3, I just press here, okay. But I can go in third also, 1/3, 2/3 compensation, 1 plus 1/3, 1 plus 2/3, and so on, okay. If I am not on TTL but I am on manual mode, in this case I've got 9 stops, okay. Oh, sorry, I touched the wrong button. I get 9 stops, as you can see, 9 stops, and you can use full stops or you can actually use 10th increment, okay. So it is really easy to configure it, really fast, okay. And here same thing, you just press select here and you can go for high sync, front curtain, back curtain, all this you can change here. And here you have also a small sign, it's a zoom, okay. What is that for? As you can see here, when I touch, and if you see here, as you can see, the head is actually moving inside, okay. What is that for? To make sure the beam of light is at the right angle. It means if I have a wide angle camera, lens on my camera, I don't want to light just the center of the picture. I want the full image to be lit, okay. So it's important you pick the right one, or you can also go on automatic, so it will detect zoom automatic. It will detect the angle of your focal, the angle you're using, the focal length you're using on your camera, and get it right, okay. But it's not just when you use it on camera. Sometimes you use it off camera in a softbox, so you want to make sure to use the right zoom so it actually fills the softbox with light, okay. So you can change it here. One thing I really love is you also have here a modeling lamp, okay. It's on, as you can see. It can be on auto or it can be 1, 3 or 2, okay, power. And what I really love it because it uses the full size of this, okay. I reviewed actually the Godox V1 some time ago, and the modeling lamp is just a really small LED light here on the side, and it gives first it's not centered, so it gives some help, but it's not powerful enough. It doesn't give it doesn't work as good as this. So I really love that it fills the full space here, the full size of the lamp, okay. Really great, okay. So this is when I use it as a speed light on my camera. Now we're going to see more options. So let's say you want to use this flash to be a master or host, as they call it now. You used to say master and slave, but people don't like it too much, the words. I can understand that, okay. So it means you can use not just this flash on your camera, but also to trigger other flashes, okay. So you press here, okay, and same as before, you have to select the brand of your camera here, okay. So you indicate the brand, okay, that's easy, okay. Then you have to pick a channel. You have up to 31 channel. It means you have the right frequency and you don't mix up with other flashes. You get one that is clear, okay. And here it says group A, so you cannot change this group A. Why? Because this is group A, this flash is group A, okay. It means if you want to configure this flash here, I can be on manual, TTL, or sleep mode, okay. Then I can change power here, same thing, and here I can actually change also modeling light. As you can see now it's on, okay. So any flash that is in group A will have the same configuration as this one, okay. But if I've got other flashes, I don't want to have group A, like group B for example, I click here, select B, and same thing, I can change, put it to sleep or put it to TTL or to manual mode. Same with power, same with modeling lamp, all this really easy, okay. Here same thing, I can do high sync, rear curtain, front curtain, change the zoom on this flash, okay. And also I could decide that I want to use this flash as a trigger, but I don't want any light to come out of it. Well, that's simple. Here I've got the possibility to switch on or switch off the light coming out of this flash. Okay, so let's say I use it as a trigger. I've got several flashes there. I don't want to have any light coming out of here. I'll just switch it off, and that's it. So as you can see, it's really complete. I can easily configure other flashes and use this one as a master or host, and trigger the rest. Really easy to use. Okay, small rectification. I said you had 15 groups. No, when you're actually in host mode, you have 6 groups, including your A group. Okay, this is when you actually go to client mode. Before it was called slave mode. I think client sounds a lot nicer than slave. Okay, so here you click on client. So the first thing you have to do is to pick the right channel. Pick the same channel as the master or the host that is triggering this flash. It can be or a trigger as the one I presented with the FJ400. Gave you the review before. Okay, the link. Okay, and it could be another flash like this. Okay, so you pick the right channel to make sure. Okay, and then you decide which groups it has to belong. And here you have 15 groups to pick. Okay. Then here on the top left, there's something that is important. You have TTL-all or Canon RT, okay? What is that? Well, if you have any flash, you put TTL-all, can be any kind, okay, it can be a manual, can be TTL, but any flash. But if you're using the Canon RT system, because you have several Canon flashes or Canon camera with RT, okay, then you pick the CRT and that's it. Okay, then you can pick the same thing. The mode can be manual or TTL, you actually decide, no problem. Same thing with zoom, you can change the zoom. Same thing with the modeling lamp. I can actually switch it on, all this, and change it. Okay, but don't forget one thing. This is logically remotely triggered, so I show you that here, but you could actually change all this from your trigger or from another flash. Like right now I'm changing power, okay, but obviously it would be logical not to come to the flash and touch it, but for that you're using a trigger. Okay, so you see it's really easy to use as a client mode, as a host mode, and as a standalone speed light. Okay, really great. So last steps, settings. I click here. I've got several options. First is screen, so it will change the intensity of light on the screen. If you're outdoor, it's really helpful to be at maximum power. You actually see the screen if you need. Then you have auto off. It says how long does it take before it switches off. It says 20 and 1.5. I'm not sure if it's 1.5 minutes or 20 minutes or 20 minutes or 1.5 hour. Okay, I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. Okay, well, it does matter, but it's easy to find out. Okay, here you have Sync X off on. What is that? Some camera, when you use flash, you can put the speed on what they call Sync X, and it will synchronize at that speed. Okay, so if you have this option on your camera, you can actually select Sync X here, and that's it. Okay, beep on or off when flash is ready after triggering. It takes some time to recycle. Well, no, it's really fast, but if you want to hear say that is ready, well, you have this option. If you don't want to hear it, you put it on off. Then you have RTID. What is that? Well, I think it's for Canon RT system. You can actually indicate an ID number for each flash. Okay, so you could actually put it on this. Then if I press more down, I've got the list of all the brand, and I've got on off. Okay, what is that for? Well, let's say I've got a Fujifilm and an Olympus camera. I do not actually want to make a mistake. So I don't want to have all the list of available flashes. So I would take Canon, put off, Nikon off. Okay. So in the list, optional available camera, it will appear only the one that are on. Okay. So it's good to avoid mistakes. Okay. But basically, that's it. I mean, that's the way. It takes time to explain, but it's really fast to use. So this is the full menu of this flash. Okay. And obviously, if there's any problem with the flash, or you've been touching many things and you're not sure how it was configured anymore, you're a bit lost, you can go to factory reset, you press here, and that's it. It comes out, becomes as it was, it comes back as it was when you got it out of the box. That easy, okay? When I said I was going to review this flash unit, many people asked me if it was compatible with the new OM system, Olympus OM1. and I can confirm I've tested it in high sync, in TTL, everything works perfect. Okay, so it means this flash is a complete valid option for using on the OM1. Some people are always a bit worried if it will be completely compatible. Yes, I can confirm that it is. So great news for me as an OM user, and great news for anyone who wanted to buy this flash and they have this camera. Okay, so fantastic. Another technical detail, the wireless range is really high, 100 meter, 328 feet. So for me it's more than enough. I don't speak about how far light is going. I speak about that if you use it as a host and you're triggering other flashes, well, up to 100 meter, or it's being triggered by a trigger or another flash like this, well, 100 meter, 328 feet. I think this is more than enough. Normally you want to see what you make picture of, okay? So it's logical, but I think 100 it's okay, perfect, okay? So conclusion, I think this flash is really fantastic. I really love it. The size, it's not too small, obviously, because when you have a round head and also a battery of that capacity, it's always a bit bigger, but it's not that massive either. I really love it. The way to use it is so easy. The touch screen, everything is so easy, so fast, so quick, okay? So honestly, I think this is a completely recommendable flash. I actually reviewed the Godox V1. I think this one is better. First, the modeling light is better, and the stability. I think, well, you didn't see it probably because it's in Spanish, but Arturo from Social Arte, another YouTube channel, he actually compared both the Godox and the Westcott, doing a scientific measurement, and actually you could see that this has a color stability that is a lot higher. It is a lot better in many circumstances. Overheating also a lot better. So yeah, honestly, I found out the same, I can come to the same conclusion. This one is really nice, okay? Really better than the Godox, I think. If you compare to the Pro Photo, the A1, it's a lot higher budget. I think the result is similar, so why spend so much more when you actually get this, okay? So I think this one is fantastic, and the fact that you can actually have this micro space, or I don't know what you call that, where you have the FJ400, the FJ200 also, it's a nice family, and that works all together. I think this is fantastic, really recommendable. The only thing, this is for you at Westcott watching me maybe. Please, I would love to test the new pack of accessories you have and show people how good it is and what you can do with it, okay? Anyway, this flash is getting into my bag as a permanent use, the same as I've got the FJ400. So probably same as FJ400, many people saw pictures I've made with it. Well, you'll see more pictures I will make with this one because I really love it, okay? So if you're interested in buying this flash, there's a link in the description where you can actually get it, okay? So thank you so much, Westcott, for sending me the flash. Thank you very much to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So button down here, a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I'll also leave you links of more gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept and Sandmark, and also link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. And also now you can make donation on any video. There's a small heart with the $sign. You can make a donation there if you wish. No obligation, obviously, but I really thank you if you do it, okay? So please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.